Hi, Tini to Blanche here again, and it's great to welcome you to this second video as part of the four-part series focusing on preparing you for the post-pandemic life. We are all familiar with the uh, Control-Alt-Delete as a function on the keyboard designed to reboot the computer. Control-Alt-Delete can also be used to explain escaping an issue, removing someone from the equation, or forgetting about them. 2020 has been an incredibly challenging year, to say the least, and we are all looking for ways to end or do away with it. But you've made it this far. You've survived. You've even found ways to survive and thrive during the lockdown. Whatever your current situation, I want to encourage you to get focused and inspired right now. Press the Control-Alt-Delete button and celebrate that today is the first day of the rest of your life. What a gift. You've got a clean slate. There's new opportunities for you to set fresh goals and take massive action. Put in the effort because you need us. Your family, friends, business, and team members are counting on you to step up and deliver. Take action today. Let's get started. They say that a long journey starts with a single step. In this session, we are going to focus on what we need to do to start the growth and development process, resulting in you starting living a victorious, successful life. See it as the first step, where you lay the foundation to becoming the leader of your life, to live every day with a purpose, joy, and authenticity. Doesn't it sound great? So, how do we get there? I believe it starts with a wake-up call or significant emotional event. Dr. Massey defines a significant emotional event as an experience that is so mentally arresting that it becomes a catalyst for you to consider, examine, and possibly change your inner values or value system. It disrupts your emotional, mental, and physical well-being, making you think and behave differently. Various events could trigger you to experience a significant emotional event. A birth, death, marriage, divorce, illness, or a child leaving home. It could be the disempowered feeling by what's going on in politics, with COVID, the economy, and the state of the environment. It could be a loved one's last words. Someone testified, my mum's last words to me were, go and enjoy yourself and keep improving yourself. And that's exactly what she said she was going to do. Painful as it may be, a significant emotional event can be the catalyst for changing direction that serves us more effectively. They are things that can make you think, behave, and feel differently. When this happens, everything changes for you, but the rest of the world continues, oblivious to the internal turmoil you might be experiencing. In the YouTube clip, On coping with anxiety, I stated that knowing how to manage your anxiety always takes a little thought. I mentioned that you are fully prepared to help yourself. You can take the steps to calm and steady yourself. I now want to recommend that you spend some time talking to yourself. How we talk to ourselves usually determines the energy and attitude we bring to our daily lives. Inner communication isn't just about talking to ourselves, but also about listening to that inner voice that we usually try to ignore. One of the first questions you should ask yourself is, what am I going to do with my life? Every one of us must come to grips with our identity. We all have a deep need and desire to accept who we are. Trying to be who we're not is a quick way to get an ulcer because it puts so much pressure. Recognize the tension and then stop pretending. It's liberating when we stop trying to be somebody we're not. It is a mark of maturity when you can settle the issue of personal responsibility. I mentioned that you should refuse to be anyone but yourself. The principle here is that you can always replace a negative with a positive. You don't just stop doing something, you start doing something else. It's always easy to blame others. It will go better if my boyfriend or girlfriend, mother or father, husband or wife would do it too. Or, I'll be a better person today if I had better parents or if we had more money. You can't choose the circumstances that come into your life, but you can choose whether those things will make you a better person or a bitter person. Ultimately, no one can run your life except you. I would like to share some of my experiences and actions. I set goals. It is important to specify your goals because how are you going to hit something if you do not know what it is? I referred to SMART goals in the previous session. S, specific, M, measurable, A, achievable, R, relevant, and T, time-bound. Other strategies and actions that I implemented. I started with 3 major goals for each week. I found that I achieved more by doing less and focusing on the single biggest thing I need to do each week on each goal to move the needle forward. I committed to 1 priority per goal per week. I started to schedule and allocate time to these important tasks. I became more productive because I prioritize activities and do the things that matters most. I realized that my success is directly related to my consistent, proactive approach to achieve my goals. I discovered that it is a gradual process. I had my setbacks, but learned from my mistakes. I strived for continual improvements, one day at a time. It took consistent effort, and slowly but surely, I established habits that worked for me. We are all unique beings with our own complex inner workings and backstories that contribute to what does and doesn't work for us at any given time. It is not a case of one size fits all. There are tons of self-development material out there. Books, DVDs, seminars, life coaching, and so on. There is just as much demand for it. People looking for quick and easy paths to change. Change takes incredible commitment, time, energy, and effort. So I want to caution you to becoming a perpetual student of self-development. When something stands out, I put it in action rather than casually, continuously to read and watch. Let's recap briefly what we have covered in this session. We started recommending that you press the, so to speak, Control-Alt-Delete button to reboot yourself and to get focused and inspired right now. We then started on dealing with a significant emotional event. It is described as an experience that is so mentally arresting that it becomes a catalyst for you to consider, examine, and possibly change your initial values or value system. I mentioned that it shook me to the core. It disrupted my emotional, mental, physical well-being, making me think and behave differently. We then encourage you to deal with the question, what am I going to do with my life? We also focused on the importance of settling the issue of personal responsibility. I shared some strategies and actions that worked for me. It is now up to you to reflect and put a plan of action in place. I recommend that you take action regarding your own personal development journey. Keep a lookout in your emails for the third video presentation. At the bottom of this cover email is a link to the resource which transformed and brought lasting change to my life. You're welcome to look at it.